What's up, guys? It's me. I want to give you guys a quick tutorial video on support and resistance. What I have here in front of me is the XRP US dollar chart. And excuse, it's a little loud upstairs. I got some people working on the apartment above me, apparently. So if the audio is a little choppy, I might have to redo it, but I just want to get this out. This is kind of a test, and then I'll go into more videos explaining different things because this is a new platform and I want to help you guys make some money out here in these markets. The markets are pretty bad right now overall. Let's see, let's pull it up. The Nasdaq's down 94 points. Dow Jones 150 as we speak, and S&P is up 7 points right now. The VIX is currently sitting at, let me take a quick look here, 27 SPY. Okay, so the SPY is looking okay. Anywho, back to what we see here. So this is the XRP USD chart. This is a monthly time frame. And when doing support and resistance, you always want to zoom out as far as you can and then zoom in to the macro time frame to find your entries. So immediately when you're looking for support and resistance, you're looking for areas where price action chooses not to go below and areas where price action has a trouble getting above. So in this video, I'm just going to go ahead and start drawing some lines of support and resistance, and then we're going to zoom in to the smaller time frames and go from there. So as we can see, we're in the monthly time frame, which is the widest viewpoint to take a look from. It's the macro view of the entire market landscape. And from the 1 month, we can just go ahead and start to draw our areas of resistance, which we see that price isn't really going above. So here's a clear area right here around 77 cents. Straight line across. Another area is right here from the top of this wick where price is rejected. And there's one here too on that wick, but we're just going to go ahead and go above because might as well not trade that little bit of space there. So then there's another area, and then we're not going to worry about that because we're not there yet. So near-term support levels are right here in this 33 cent on the bottom of that wick and right there. And then another area of resistance is here on the monthly and here. So as you can see, you've got a bunch of lines drawn, and these are just areas of support and resistance where price is being supported and bouncing off of, and where price is struggling to get out. So looking at those, zoom in a little more from the 1 month, unless I'm just going to take you guys through it, and we'll go to the weekly time frame. And as you can see, those areas are still intact. This 78 is a heavy resistance area, price being rejected twice. And the 31 looks like 31, 32 area is a nice area of support. In the far term, the near term support is at 41. So we'll take it even a step further, zoom in a bit more. We'll go to the daily. And as you can see, usually when your chart kind of looks, well, I just switched the view on it, but you can see a better expression of the whole market now. So from here, this was kind of the bottom area when really in theory this was the bottom, but this is going back to 2020 November. And as you can see, XRP had a nice breakout. We took out 1, 2, 3, 4 levels of resistance, got rejected off of the top, and then kind of made our way back down to the support area. Was supporting and supporting, took a little dip. Boom, boom, boom. December, then New Year's, we popped back up. We're looking pretty good. And then this is when the market just took a dump and just went down. Bad, 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 bad. Bad, 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 bad. And then we've just been kind of consolidating back and forth with this resistance area that was drawn previously. And then price has a nice breakout, clears two levels, comes back down, tests support, makes its way back up, clears another level, breaks down, tests the near-term support, then falls apart, breaks down, and now price is on its way back up again. So the reason that you can see and identify this is that if you look, all those areas of support and resistance were levels that I drew on a monthly time frame. So that gives you the bigger picture from the outside. And now when you zoom in, you can see the details and you can see where price is kind of being supported. So each one of these candles represents an entire day worth of time. So price is being supported by 41.93 or 42, and we'll probably not see that price again. And what we're looking for is for price to go up to 52.29 and break out. So that's the next move that I'm going to be looking for, is either rejection off of this or just to blast out and take out these levels. Because what we have here is different pattern formations. And the patterns that I like to look for are symmetrical triangle patterns, double tops, double bottoms. Double tops signals reversals to the downside, double bottoms signals reverse to the top. So double bottom basically just means that price comes down to support level, tests resistance, comes back down, creates another bottom, and then makes its way back up to the top. So ideally, we'd like to see this area reached again, but it may not happen for, a couple weeks or so from the looks of this chart. So now that we got the bigger picture from November of last year to now, we can kind of see how the market's moving, where it's at in areas of support and resistance. And hypothetically, we're just going to take it in a little further, go to the 1 hour time frame. And you could see here that from this, I can draw new levels of support. So for the last couple of hours, price action has been supported here. Oh, let me move that down some here. And I'm not going to draw a line here, and I'll tell you why. Because if you look here, this was the area, these are just the wicks, but this was the area where price struggled to break out in here, and it got rejected, blasted through the support, tested support, broke down again, then blasted through support, kind of hung out on support for a couple days. And we'll move that down just to tighten it. Sometimes when you draw from the bigger picture, you can tighten it up when you get into the smaller time frames. So price got rejected. 1, 2, 3. Triple top, reversal back down, come up a fourth time, and we have a breakout somewhat, where price is kind of just consolidating in this range. So I'll draw another line here because this is clearly an identifiable range that price is hanging out at. So currently the price is sitting at 46.28. It's in an upward trend. And I'm going to show you how to place an entry, or how I like to place entries using the triangle formula. So this is just a quick video, guys. I'm going to go over in more detail. This is my first one. I just got the fucking software on the computer using Vimeo. But here we go. So this is how I identify the trend. You see that market's moving up. And normally price action will typically respect the trend lines in most case scenarios. And so how I would find an entry is I look for triangle patterns and triangle formations within the time frame. So what I do is I find the direction of the trend, draw a trend line up, and then I find the highest point, and I want to touch at least 2 points to figure out where price is going to get squeezed and break. So here's a high point, and this is just in this time frame that we're looking at, and I've got my 2-point touches there, and it looks like we're forming somewhat of a triangle wedge here, and price should stay in this area, hopefully break out and respect this trend line all the way up to this level here, which is 52. So we can sit here and watch it, but this is, like I said, this is a quick tutorial video. It's not 100% accurate every time, but the percentage ratio of how price action moves and works is good. I'll probably do another video and try to show you guys support, resistance, the trend lines, and figure it out from there. So let's zoom in a little more, and we're gonna go to the 15-minute time frame and see what we got. So now you can see the trend line is still going up. We have another trend line here. So keep in mind, we're trying to find an entry. So now, since we're trying to find an entry, we can just take the trend a little even smaller into the smaller perspective. You always want to start out and zoom in. So here's where I say why it doesn't work all the time, but it does work a lot of the times, is as you can see on the 1 hour, this was the trend line that I had, right? And price is going to respect that ultimately. On the 15-minute, it gets even tighter. And so if price breaks here, if we were trading this, you wouldn't panic because this is your master support level. But just for placing an entry, you can come in here and draw an area of resistance. You can confirm it with some support here. And what we want to do is try to find that triangle pattern breakout, and it's not appearing for an entry point for me anywhere that I can see. I don't have any real high points to touch off of. I could draw another trend line here and see if we could get some action off of that wick, which consolidates the price and puts it in this tighter of a bubble, right? So now that's a 15-minute. You see the chart looks kind of a little hectic in this area, but it'll all make sense. And what I'll try to do is I'll save this, come back to it, and then we can look at this and you can see where price moved. So that's going to be about it for this video, guys. This is a 5-minute, same setup. So by 12 o'clock, in theory, according to triangle wedges, support, resistance, price action, entry strategies, we should see something happen. And hopefully a break of 46 will be the ultimate. But then I got to look in here and identify more areas of resistance where price is being rejected. But none of that really matters because this is like if we were taking a trade in the short term. So that's it, guys. That's pretty much it. You can see prices going up. We've got a top here. So hopefully price is going to try to find another top there. But in the near term, for just a trade, if you wanted to get some sizing, you would just zoom in and look at the macro. And look at this trend line. Beautiful, just beautiful. And if everything works out, price should just bounce into here and make a drastic move somewhere around 12 o'clock. This is all just speculation. This is all just strategies and techniques. Whatever works for you works, but I found this to be helpful. And this is just basic support and resistance. So we'll go over another video. That's it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll try to get better. We'll get better. And that's it. Hopefully that helped.